What made you want to keep the date?
He mentioned it back in the early 80s, but that was, I mean, the year 2000 alone sounded crazy
It sounds like
futuristic.
Dune.
Yeah, it was going to be post-apocalyptic. He's going to be dead, you know. It's not going to work, you know. And I remember him saying that, and it just seemed so far off in the distance. But as he's told you, he's kept his word. And as the technology increased, he didn't have to put an ad in the
Right, he didn't have an ad in the paper.
You know? So yeah, and then he kept his word. And I was one of the first people to sign up on that
Sign up
Facebook group.
online.
Yeah.
Jennifer, why was it important for you to attend?
Well, I too remembered very clearly when he said, circle this date on this handout that he had given us, and if he told you to do something, you did it. And so, in all these years, if anyone ever said the word eclipse, I said, oh my goodness, we're getting together for this eclipse. It did seem like it was very futuristic, like the Jetsons.
Right.
Like, okay, but you know, whenever anyone mentioned it, I said, well, I have this crazy teacher in middle school who said, we're going to get together. And when the Facebook group popped up, I said, I'm there, sign me up.
That's so interesting, Mr. Moriarty. That big group showed up, but you heard from like 400 others around the country who wanted to come.
Well, I think traveling for just a few minutes of an eclipse was overwhelming in itself.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of the people that actually did travel the long distances came because they wanted to see everybody again.
Yeah.
You know, it was decades later to have a chance to get together and over and over, I heard people say, "Oh my gosh, I haven't seen you in 30 years."
Ah.
You know, it was a wonderful, wonderful thing.
So you're a science teacher. Would that date have changed, or is it locked in stone?
Oh, it was locked in stone.
This is me. I'm going to ask what you were thinking.
Yeah, it was
So it's not like Thanksgiving where it changes on that Thursday, and you're like, oh, it's early Thanksgiving this year.
Yeah, the sheet I gave him was eclipses from 1952 to 2030.
Oh.
So it was one full sheet. So there's still a few eclipses left on that sheet. And it was just a one-page sheet. So it's at all Earth motions and moon motions and sun motions. So it just so happens that in Rochester, that sun and moon were going to share the same part of the sky.
You are good.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
You are good. I like that.